to consider that side of her, vulnerable and so human. Yes, the bones on her arms definitely don't put me off. But right now I have a whole day of freedom to plan as I will. What shall I do now? Maybe pay Tobias a visit again. Tobias deserves another visit, especially as Carmosa is getting back tomorrow and it may be hard to see each other again. Unless we have something to say, we are definitely flirting today. Hello there, Mr. Merchant. Hello, Cinders. What brings you to my humble establishment? It's not humble. You have 2 chests around. I could loot those and get like 3 potions in any JRPG. Oh, I was just around the town again and thought it'd be nice to drop by. No special reason. What would have happened if certain events didn't happen? Did I just walk in and he's just like, oh, to what do I owe this honor? And I just turn around and I'm like, nah, nothing in particular. In fact, fuck it, I'm off. I see you're well, enjoying your newly found freedom. Can't deny it. High fives. So, how was your day? I'm glad you are. Something strange happened that I need to talk about. That or I'll start wondering if I dreamt it. Oh, did you win the Royal Lottery? Don't give me that mischievous look. You probably don't know what I'm on about, but don't give me that mischievous look. Just as improbable. I actually had a conversation with Gloria. Oh, I'm sorry. Was that it? The unreal thing that you talked with your sister? No. So I presume it was something more than a simple exchange of insults? To be honest, I'm not sure what it was myself, but it was different. We were both speaking, and I think this time she was listening. So we're just going to forget about the fairies. Hey, by the way, Sora of Spirit of the Forest. No, ignore that. Tell me about your sister. That sounds more interesting. I'm sorry. She also said that I'm free to do what I wish today. Now that's just awkward. Would you like to get some herbs? I'm sure she must be ill. But I'm serious, Tobias. It may seem like nothing to you, but believe me, those little things that are probably ordinary in normal families, they don't happen in our house. Maybe she sees and understands more than you like to give her credit for. Nope, we've already established she doesn't. With all the blindness that comes from her resentment towards you, she'd have to be a complete fool not to realise that she can't control you indefinitely. It sounds manipulative and complex, so there's a large chance that it's exactly what made her, or Carmosa, give me the day off. That's also the slight chance of Gloria just trying to be nice to her sister for a change. I doubt it. Do you think that's even possible? Oh, fuck, what accent did I give this guy? It's the Artful Dodger, wasn't it? Bollocks, I didn't remember it. Alright, let's just go with whatever. Oi, boss sir, you wouldn't happen to have any new tasks for me, you old mate? Now, would you? Gold has a habit of running from my pockets like cats in heat. And your last payment? Oh, bollocks. You! The pretty bird. Now, isn't this a friendly get-together? If I'm the bird, then what does that make you? You certainly have a way of appearing out of the blue anywhere I go. First in the woods, then in my own house. And now here, you must be the most popular person in the whole kingdom. In any case, you came just in time, time to answer my questions and answer them fully. And candidly, such terrible words come from that pretty mouth. Frankly, Cinders, I'm curious as well. A bit uneasy, but mostly curious. For once, Tobias, not to do with you, it's to do with something he did earlier. Oh, it's all very simple, really. 2 days ago, you came to our home to talk with Carmosa. I want to know what it was about. But I've told you it's nothing big, lassie. Rumours are me trade, so keep your petticoat on. So that was a little gossip for a little coin. I think you're lying, good sire. I think you're lying. If you mean the one about the royal ball, then some small news it is. I can only imagine what is going on in all the noble houses with unwed daughters right now. Yeah, high five, Sophia. Yep. Got that information because of you. You're surprisingly bad at lying. Rumours worth as much as what people are willing to pay for it. And I'm sure it costed poor Carmosa dearly. Poor she may be, but she knows how to haggle that one. She has ears of her own too, so she'd learn about the ball soon enough. Folks are buzzing like busy bees about nothing else. Folks are buzzing like busy bees about nothing else? They're buzzing. Are you sure they're not on drugs, shady character? Which is exactly why you're so bad at lying. Why would Commodore pay a man like you for second-hand news, which is no news at all, is beyond me. Actually, knowing she'd be interested in the first place. Say, you never told me how exactly you did meet Lady Commodore. Gossips me trade, and devil take me if I'm giving anything for free, 'cause some lassie found her lashes. I'm seeing how you look. You look like the kind of person who just gives away information because YOLO. Come on. Don't bollocks me, you bastard. That's all, a trade secret, am I right, boss sir? She does have a point here, and her question certainly piqued my curiosity. I reckon the little bird picked something up, all right. Tell her before I slap you round the face and make your face into pate. In fact, I could fancy some pate now. Can we do that? No? Oh, well, what's the question? Nasty business, mates, nasty ambush. Methinks I'll just run for the door now and call it a day. It's been swell talking. Hang on a second, I'm going to stand here stationary as I run for the door. I see a problem in your master plan. Not a step as a law-abiding citizen, as a law-abiding subject of our prince. I am obliged to report any crime or mischief I know to the captain and his guard. I'm sure Parole would be happy to get something solid on you, but suspicious behaviour and conspiracy will have to do. I'm sure it's not enough to grant you a lovely night in the dungeon. I can't believe you'd snitch on your old mate, boss sir. It's business, nothing personal, friend. Fine. Look, I'll tell you. I was in the woods the other day, and the water is poison. It's probably not that. But only the missy here will hear it. Bloody hell, some demon speaks through those red lips. You must take me for a complete fool if you think I'll let her go alone with you so you can flee. It's alright, Tobias, you won't run, will you, boss? He knows that it would force me to inform the captain, who I saw just a moment ago, right outside the store, threatening people nonetheless as well. Yes, Missy, anything you say. Very well, see, I knew we would come to an agreement sooner or later. Would you like to step outside and tell me everything, my friend? Yes, Missy, lead on. Are you sure about the Cinders? Absolutely not. Don't worry, we're all friends here after all. He's going to run. Alright, let's stop here and talk. Not exactly a hiding place, middle of the town, eh, love? Sure could use some more privacy. I'm not going to give you a chance to escape now, and don't try anything stupid. The captain's right on the other side of the street, remember that. Fine, you little devil. So you were planning on running. I should slit your throat now. I'll tell you what I know. Just don't yell if I can't remember all the details. I've short memory. You've heard my question already. What was the message you brought to Carmosa? A dashing young gentleman like yourself should have no problem recalling the last few days. Blazing hell, lassie, you and your adder's tongue. I remember. So I was out in the woods, right, getting pissed, wanking off to some plants, resting me head on the ground, enjoying the peace and quiet that only nature can bring, realising that I had a fucking stupid sort of like South London kind of accent. Calm shimmer of the lake, away from the wickedness. Don't digress. Of the city, sleeping like a brat I was. Do you often sleep outdoors? Why were you sleeping by the lake? Now that's a mighty good question, innit, love? Can't say I know the answer though, I just woke up there. Probably lying. Oi, an old magical place to pond in the woods. Me auntie used to tell me stories of get back to the topic, will you? He has a good chance, has a good kind of like style of just being like, anyway, like I was kind of like talking about that, but now I'm kind of like gonna talk about this other thing, innit? And such. But I'm on it. I woke up, I heard voices, thought 'twas just like my auntie's stories of like the fair folk, you know? Made of light and wisps, pretty the finest ladies there are. But they were no wisps. And what happened then? I hid. What else? This head's still upon this neck because it knows when it's time to jump into the bushes. You know what I mean? Who are those people? Ah, an excellent question, Birdie. My gut tells me you'd love this. 'Twas the noble Captain Perrault, and he was talking to Mickey Mouse and Goofy. Ah, not quite. The Prince. The Prince was talking with Perrault in the woods. This is a bit strange, doesn't it? What were they talking about? Oh, some posh problems of the rich folk. Too much free time's bad for the head. Our future His Royal Highness kept whining on about wenches of all things. How they're all empty-headed or boring to talk to. The Prince was discussing women. That he was. Very unkingly of him, if you ask me. And foolish too. Who cares if the bird's dumb or dull? That's not what I want from me wenches. Yes, wonderful. Now back to the subject, please. What did they speak of? The captain said something about rolls, but I didn't hear that part, and my head's still spinning and the water shimmering so loud. Bollocks. Yes, you do. Don't know what they meant, but the Prince was mighty happy and said something about the bowl, the ground bowl. He got some idea in that royally empty head of his. I heard it's because of them crowns very bad for the head. Anyway, there was a new idea that he liked. The Grand Royal Ball, where the future Queen is to be chosen by the Prince. Yes, I know of it. Just tell me about the Prince and his idea. Why was he so happy about it? 'Twas about masks, making all the lassies wear them. You mean a masked ball, a masquerade? Oh, I didn't know the rich birds are so horrid. I don't think it's because of that. Did he say why the mask is so important to him? Yes, he did. Are you about to lie? No, he didn't. It had something to do with the elders, the families, lots of lords and ladies waiting to trade their daughters and only one prince. Too much competition's bad for business and tempers. So he's trying to dodge accusations of being biased. Clever. I knew that. Don't know what's wrong with seeing a nice face though. Well, you look like that. That's the problem. What if the bird's got a pimple right between her eyes? Won't notice nothing with masks and such unless he wants to ogle their curves. Oh, bit on the nasty side, nobles. Me auntie told me stories, gossip really, about the shenanigans going on between them nobles in the palace. Stuff that'd make a confessor blush. I'm sure, but I think you're just trying to deviate from the original subject at the moment, shady character. Alright, I get the picture. A masked ball, you say. It makes a lot of sense, actually. The prince can pretend he's choosing his bride by judging her from more subtle qualities, and there's no way of any of the houses accusing of favouring one over another. Who knows, maybe he isn't really pretending, perhaps having a choice is really what he wants. Devilishly clever, love. Glad you got the smarts to see through all that. Save me time having to explain all that to you. I think you're lying. I think you need a slap. Ball for the noble birds and they all have a chance, no matter how pimply or horrid. Maybe think of Carmosa and her pretty lasses. No, not you, the other wenches. I mean sisters, your lovely sisters. Figured the old lady would pay kindly with a kingly kind for a rumour like that. And that he did. Well, she did. Just, she didn't tell anyone. So there's to it. You satisfied, love? My dear friend, this isn't even half the story I wanted to hear. You better get to the more juicy stuff right away. It's all there is to it. I swear on my East pimples. Focus on connection with Carmosa. Bam. That's the one I like the most out of those. It's all fine and beautiful, what you've told me, but there are so many things missing, my friend. Like, why is it so important for Carmosa that the ball would be a masquerade? But what puzzles me even more is how come you knew it'd be interesting for her in the first place? You would have to know her pretty well to figure that out. Yeah, you get to it, Cinders. He knows something he's not letting on. This has to be something to do with your past, doesn't it? You've been working for her for quite some time, haven't you? Fine, look, there is this one thing. A wee detail. Like, really nothing. Really nothing. I knew this rumour would be worth a lot for the lady, you know. I know her and I know what she's like. So, you did work for her before. What did you do? I might have given her a hand earlier with the ball, love, so she could get in. How? The goose and her ducklings weren't exactly invited. The lady asked me to help them. Help them how? Let's just say it required a bit of quality craftsmanship. You mean you forged invitations for them? Me? Sure I didn't. Me talents knowing folks with talents of their own got them invitations from a friend. Reckon the old lady's a bit dim if she thought nobody noticed she'd got in with fake papers. But hey, who is me humble person to doubt a noble lady and her ways of spending money? It makes you not humble. And that's how you learned how important the ball was for her. So when you heard about the masquerade, you told her about that as well. As you said, she could get into the ball with the fake papers, but she would risk getting recognised. Not so much if it's a masked ball, and that's why this information was worth so much to her. Oh, I see. It's only a wee job and nil. Only natural this bloke forgot all about it, eh? So this means that she could actually be in deep trouble. Incredible. Carmosa ordered a forgery. This could be my chance. Oi, lassie, you even listening? Can I go now? A man can only handle so many stressful events in one day, you realise? I gotta, like, you know, pop off with some beer, yeah? This could be my leverage. What? Oh, yes, you can do what you wish. You already helped me a lot. Oh, Carmosa, your secrets really are your greatest weakness. I'm just saying that out in the open. To someone with a good relationship with her and just being like, oh, your secrets are terrible. Fucking hell. Carmosa. Not the brightest spark in the box. Cinders. Even fucking stupider from what I can tell.